Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another retro gaming review. Now, I've already reviewed two previous versions of Super Hang-On, namely the Sinclair ZX Spectrum and the Amstrad CPC. Hang on, the phone's going. Hello? John Gage, is that you, as in the YouTuber? You've seen my review of the Amstrad CPC version? What? You're actually saying that even though I found that to be less than worthy compared to the Spectrum version, you're actually saying that the C64 version's even worse? Surely you jest. I mean, the C64's got the mighty SID chip in it, and listen to this music that's playing at the moment. I mean, how can you say it's worse based on this? I mean, it can't be. Surely you're over-exaggerating. You've got to be, surely. What do you mean your name's not Shirley? What do you mean just get on with it? Alright, I'll get on with the review and look at this Commodore 64 version. Okay, bye. Right, I guess that's me told. I better take a look at this version and see how it compares to the Spectrum and Amstrad versions I've reviewed previously. Right, so I get to pick a track in this. Dirt Track Sunset. Dirt Track Suns. Oh, God. Well, I've only just started playing and I'm starting to think that John might have been onto something after all. Firstly, look at the shit brown road, and even the side is that same crap colour. And look at this horrifically poor frame rate and the terrible bike scaling of the. And look how blocky that biker is. Oh, what a horrible sound effect for the nitro. Oh dear. Ugh. And look how the graphics just peter out at the edges there. They don't even reach straight across. And of course other bikers just plough through you as if you're not there. Oh, goodness me. John, I can see why you were telling me to give this one a look. I mean, look at it. Ugh. Oh God, that's sick. And I don't mean the sick as in really cool or really amazing. I mean sick as in I actually want to puke my guts up, because that is absolutely abhorrent. If it were proper yellow, it might not. Then I could have said it represented sand, but this is somewhere between yellow and bile green. 324 kilometers per hour. That looks about as much like 324 kilometers per hour as a sausage looks like the Empire State Building. And look at the way the road dips up and down. It's awful. I mean, literally the only thing I'm enjoying about this is the music. Ugh. It makes sense for the road to be grey, but why the surrounding scenery as well? Oh God, that's shrill. Oh, that music. Oh no, actually, I'm starting to think that's a skid sound. Well, if it is, I think I preferred that skid sound that was in Chase HQ, but only in the way that I prefer solid feces to diarrhea. Oh god, that's horrible. I'm sorry, this is an embarrassment to the Commodore 64. Oh, I'm actually... I don't know what to make of this. Well, actually, I do know what to make of it. I want to make it into a better game, that's for sure. That skid sound is atrocious. Okay, I'll actually get onto the high score table. I would have preferred it if I could type it as ever, but at least this is fast. I mean, I still remember how deathly slow that one in Nothing's Dragon Spirit was. Let's give this another whirl. Let's try another tune, Sunset Rider. Which reminds me, if you ever were wondering about the SNES and arcade versions and the Mega Drive versions of Sunset Riders, and you like your horizontally scrolling shoot 'em ups, you should give that one a look because it's a great game. That sprite scaling's terrible. This perspective is just all wrong. Oh god, that skidding sound is simply too shrill. Oh god, how did I miss that? I must have done, because I'm still doing that supposed 324 kilometers per hour, and it didn't dip to goodness knows what was way below that. But look how jerky everything is. The frame rate is appalling. Oh. And you don't even get anything for your jutting out of your exhaust to show that you're even using the nitros. Even on the Spectrum and Amstrad versions, you've got that. I mean, the only thing I'm enjoying about this is the music. Everything else about it's terrible. Oh, John, you really weren't exaggerating, were you? By the way, if you haven't already checked out John Gage's YouTube channel and you like your gaming, then you'd definitely be worth your while taking a look at it. Although be warned, he does tend to use some colourful terms that would cause Mary Whitehouse to turn in her grave. So if you don't mind a few rudies, then definitely check out his channel because he's done some great shit. He's done some great stuff on there. And most Saturdays he does a live stream from early evening till about 10 PM usually. Those are usually a good laugh as well. It's a shame this isn't the music from the arcade version, because I don't think it is. I only recently found out that there's actually a difference between Hang-On and Super Hang-On. For a while I thought that Super Hang-On was simply a case of Hang-On being converted to the home format, before I only very recently realised that Super Hang-On and Hang-On were actually two separate games. Got that shrill sound for the skidding. That really doesn't feel like 324 kilometers per hour. There's no illusion of speed at all. Ugh! Now we got somewhere between mustard and diarrhea. That's very pleasant, I don't think. And the trees are all that same boring grey colour. Ooh. At least the collision detection is better in this than it was in the Spectrum and Amstrad versions. That bike I just passed by there, had that been the Spectrum and Amstrad version, that one would have crashed into that, even though I clearly missed it. Oh gosh. This is not very good at all. Oh god. Ugh. Oh dearie me. Now I've got brick red. Says you designed all these colours, and there's not even a checkpoint gate. It just suddenly changes colour like that. Even the Spectrum version had the checkpoint gates from the original arcade game. Tell you what, what? I didn't even hit anything. I'll tell you, okay, the hit detection's good for the bikes, but not so much for the side bits and bobs, by the looks of things, if that's anything to go by. Again, I didn't hit that tree. I was miles away from it. Oh, I don't think I'm going to make this now. I've crashed too many times. Oh, that skid noise is horrible. It's really making my teeth grind. Oh, God. I mean, it actually looks like in that stage of the thing, under that progress bar where you see the stage, it looks like I actually got past it, but unfortunately, no. Oh, gosh. One more... Well, either one or two more goes. Just I might give a fourth go just to see what pumping gas sounds like. It's such a shame. It really is such a shame. I'm really not sure about some of the instrument sounds in this music. Oh, that skidding sound. I do think I actually preferred the one in the Commodore 64 Chase HQ. That was a bad game and that was a bad skidding sound in that, but I preferred the sound of that to the one in this. I mean, this version has in-game music, which the Spectrum and Amstrad versions don't, but that's about the only thing over those versions that I can praise this for. That bike just suddenly jumped to the left. Oh, that skid. Oh, God. Do I even want to know who programmed this? Because it's abysmal. Tell you what. God, look how blocky those bricks and cacti are. Not bricks, rocks. And that bike just then was flickering in and out of existence as it came towards me. What's that all about? Why are the trees grey? So if you wanted to show someone the power of the Commodore 64, this is one game you would not use to demonstrate that. You really wouldn't. People who own the Spectrum and Amstrad would just laugh their bollocks off at this. Oh, God. Ow. And that's if they didn't end up ripping into you for deafening them with this horrible sound. I didn't even hit that. Yeah, I am convinced that the sides, the things on the side have hit detection that goes well against you. I was nowhere near those things. Oh, goodness. God, that's horrid. Oh yeah, the music and the hit detection. Those are the only two things that this version has over the Spectrum and Amstrad versions of Super Hang-On. Everything else about it is vastly inferior, including the frame rate. I mean, the way the slowness of how of how things are passing by me. I'm sure that a kid could skateboard faster than this biker seems to be going. I'm definitely not doing 324 kilometers per hour. That does not look anything like it. Ugh, I hate these colours. I mean, I'm actually riding in the diarrhea here. I'm just half expecting someone to blow a raspberry sound effect in my ear to make the whole experience even more convincing. Again, that biker just flickered. This is not top-notch Commodore 64 programming. Well, John Gage, you were absolutely right. This is definitely worse than the Amstrad CPC version that I reviewed previously. Oh, my ear. I'll tell you what, if your ears are stuffed full of wax, just play that skid sound on repeat. That'll soon clear all the wax out. Okay, I may have borrowed that from the YouTube reviewers Ustaz, but it's true. That skidding sound is abysmal. Ugh. It's like having high-pitched chipmunks nibbling at your eardrums. Oh, every time I use the nitros, will go round a sharpish corner. No, I'm not impressed with this at all. Out of the three main 8-bit formats, Spectrum, Amstrad CPC and Commodore 64, the latter, as in what you're seeing now, is without a shadow of a doubt the worst of the three ports of Super Hang-On. Oh, I was so close. I could just about see on the horizon the next colour coming towards me. Right. I'm going to do one more turn so I can listen to that last tune. So, pumping gas. Oh, God, that skid. I know I keep banging on about it, but it's horrible. Oh. Why do the graphics peter out at the edges like that? Why don't they go right to the edge of the screen? I mean, look at the top. Particularly, I mean, the score in the top right corner goes beyond where the graphics go on the right of the screen, and the words course, stage, and top in the top left corner go beyond it that side. So why doesn't the rest of it go that far towards the edge of the screen? I mean, I'm sure the Commodore 64 could have handled it. Music and hit detection, those are the only two things I can see in which this version's superior to the Spectrum and Amstrad versions. I mean, I could say colour, but that's a bit unfair because the Spectrum version has its attribute problem, which limits what it can do colour-wise. And in the case of the Amstrad, that particular version never got to use its capabilities because it was just a blatant lazy Spectrum port. Oh, that skidding noise is awful. And look how jerkily when that road dipped and rose, notice how those mountains sort of disappear or rise very jerkily. Oh god, these really are bad colours. What the fuck? Oh god, this skidding's doing my Swede in. What? I didn't hit anything then. Okay, the hit detection's slightly better than in the Spectrum. It's better for the bikes, crap for the sides of the obstacles on the side of the road. As you see, when I crashed and fell off my bike just then, I didn't hit anything. This is not going to get a particularly good score when I come to rate it at the end of this review. I'm sorry, there's just no way. The Commodore 64, I am sure, could have done much better than this. It what? That view just suddenly jumped from me being on the left of the track to suddenly being on the right. What was that all about? Oh dear goodness gracious me. Oh gosh. Ugh. Back in the liquid fecal matter again. Enough of that horrible skidding noise. Oh god, it's so slow and jerky. I actually think even the Spectrum port of Out runs faster than this, and that's saying something. I'm pretty sure it's less jerky except for those tunnel sections. Now those were very bad. You only have to look at my review of the Spectrum port of Outrun to know how bad those tunnel sections were in that. I mean, in the case of this game, the whole game seems like those tunnel sections in that. What again? It just suddenly skipped me over from the left to the right of the track. Oh, not impressed. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. That sound is really making my teeth grind. I don't think I'm going to make it. Oh, you bugger. Oh dear. Oh, this is so slow and jerky. It's just not fun. It's just a shame that now that time it jumped from the right to the left. Game over. That'll do me. I've listened to all 4 of the tunes on offer in this version. And the tunes are okay, I suppose. So that's Super Hang On for the Commodore 64. Pretty poor, unfortunately. Graphics, blocky, terrible colour choices for not only the roadside detail. I mean, you've got things like grey trees. What's that all about? Bland backgrounds like the mountains and stuff, which are very jerkily animated. The graphics don't go right to the left and right edges of the screen, even though the text at the top clearly does. The and above all, some of the colours on the of the actual road and ground range from the laughable to the vomit-inducing. Sound, music's okay, not exactly particularly inspiring. I'm sure it could have sounded a bit better than it does. And the music's the best bit. Everything else about the sound is abysmal. There's no actual sound for when you actually use your nitro/turbo. Instead, you just get that horrible high-pitched shrill skidding sound, and it really isn't pleasant to listen to. And you get that almost every time you go round a sharpish corner. Gameplay. Well, as you saw, the frame rate is dreadful. Everything moves in disgustingly jerkily. The road's undulations are choppy in the extreme. There are not enough frames of animation for the bikes coming towards you, and the perspective of them is all wrong. They look like they're massive, even when they're clearly close to the horizon. The hit detection for the when you're passing by bikes is okay, but the hit detection when you're at the edges of the road and just off the road are terrible. I mean, there are points where you actually saw me crash into nothing, or when I was at the very least miles away from a tree or rock or whatever. That's not good. And everything about it was just unutterably dull. So I'm going to give Super Hang-On for the Commodore 64 3 out of 10. I'm sorry, but I know the Commodore 64 did have some limitations, but I'm sure it could have been so much better. Electric Dreams, you should have done a far better job than you have. This really isn't very good at all, and it's a massive letdown. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that review. Hope to catch you on another one soon. Texie88 out.